What's going on, guys? JJ here. Sorry for having this video so late, but anyways, as you can tell, this is our Things We Want in Elder Scrolls 6 Episode 4. That's right, I'm really sorry to keep you guys waiting. This was supposed to be uploaded originally on Monday. However, I had some issues with my internet, and then the next day I had some computer issues, and then the next day my disk drive exploded. I'm not going to get into it, but basically I had a pretty bad week when it came to making videos. So anyways, since this took so long, I'm going to actually include 6 of your comments instead of the usual 3. And let's get right into this. Now, the first comment is by Max Revelation. And this isn't just his comment. A lot of people commented this, but I can't go through all the names because, to be honest, a lot of you commented this, which I was really surprised by. This has probably been said before, but I'll say it anyway. LOL. I would like to see more people you can marry and more kids to adopt in Skyrim. I saw a lot of people I wanted to marry. That is pretty funny. Now, first things first. I wouldn't mind if this feature wasn't in the game, but I could see why people would like it. Now, if you've ever played a game such as Dragon Age Origins, Inquisition, Dragon Age 2, any of the Mass Effects, KOTORs, there's a lot of other games like that where there's an RPG element and there are relationships that you can build. Now, the reason I think this is really cool, and I really would like to see this in an Elder Scrolls game where you can build a relationship with your father, maybe not a loving relationship, but yeah, that works too, but a friendship or something. I really do like the way it works in the other games made by BioWare specifically, and how it connects in well with the story, and that your companions actually have quests that you can get doing, and by bringing forth a relationship with them. So I had to include this comment simply because I do think it's a good idea, and but it's one of those comments it's one of those things I could live without, but it would be a great feature. So anyways, let's move on to the next one. Now, this next one would add a ton of new gameplay options. Now, this is by Silas Hentze, which I hope to God I'm pronouncing right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Sometimes I do pronounce your names wrong. And once again, it's the same situation as with the relationship one. There were a lot of comments that requested this, so I decided, hey, this needed to be addressed. Maybe some kind of playable boat or nautical voyages. Maybe even underwater civilizations with some race living there. I do think this would be cool. I'm not sure about the underwater civilizations part. I think that'd be a little weird, even though they probably, let's be honest, it's Elder Scrolls. They probably do have something that I just don't remember or don't know about with underwater civilizations. I don't really think they would be in the next game, but the playable boat, let's address that. Now, have you ever played a game I like to call Assassin's Creed Black Flag? And I know what you're thinking, please don't compare Assassin's Creed to the Elder Scrolls. It doesn't make any sense to compare those. But if you played those games, you realize that the ship options are so cool. The customization you can add, and the hundreds of hours of gameplay you can just add on just by having a boat. I mean, if there were boats like this in Skyrim, playable boats where you can actually go on, take on Imperial ships if you're a Stormcloak, which this wouldn't be in the next Elder Scrolls if Stormcloaks versus Imperials, hopefully. But it would be really cool to have ship battles and new quests, and it would just add tons of content to the game. So anyways, let's move on to the next one. Now, this one is from Luke Dirksen. I want minigames in bars, like chess and flirting with girls, not fetch a mammoth tusk and marry a little more in depth. LOL. Now, when he says minigames in bars, besides chess, I would like to see gambling. I think that'd be a really cool option. As you guys know, in KOTOR, you have Pazak, and there are gambling mods out there for the Skyrim games and Oblivion, I think. So I really do think this would be a cool feature. We could live without this feature, to be honest, totally honest with you. But I do think this would be a really cool feature, and that's why I had to include his comment. I think this was a really good idea, and this would fit well with the game. Anyways, let's move on to the next. Now, the next comment is by Jonas3279. Now, before I read his comment, I am going to alter what he says a little bit in my own words, because I don't agree totally with his comment, but I do see where he's coming from, and I really do think it'd be a cool idea once you hear what I have to say. He wrote, how about a food and drink system, like the mod Basic Needs, which is what I use, I think, or I need, but with a better UI and stuff. That would make someone kill deers and animals and also harvest plants for a reason, for having a food source. Now, I totally think this would be an amazing element in your game. If you ever played Fallout New Vegas hardcore mode, super fun, even though it is harder. Or Skyrim with mods, I play with realistic needs and diseases. I used to, now I use I need, as well as wet and cold and stuff like that. And survival factor adds a huge difference in the game and makes it more fun, and it does add a lot more hours of gameplay. Now, I'm not sure if his comment he means like an option, sort of like in Fallout New Vegas where you have the hardcore mode, or if he means in the game altogether. Now, when I say I had to alter this, I mean I think there should be an option, sort of like in Fallout New Vegas, where you could have this in the game, whether you want to or not. But if you don't want it, you can just have it off. But if you do want it, you can have it on. Otherwise, I really do think it'd be a good idea. So Jonas, thank you for that comment, and hopefully you'll make an even better comment next time. So next, let's get into this next one. Now, this is one that, again, a lot of people commented, so I had to include this. Nathan Taylor, Kitchen, Speedy Gun 1. Continuing with the Aldemarian Dominion trying to take over Tamriel, and the player starts off in either Valenwood, Elsewhere, or Black Marsh, and they join a rebellion against the Dominion traveling around these 3 provinces because Valenwood seems a bit too small to be a standalone game, and I think they should up their game. Alright, that was me clapping because I really do like this idea. Now, the thing is, I personally do not think the next Elder Scrolls will be more than one continent, more than one country, my bad, or province, or whatever you want to call it. Now, would it be a good idea to have Valenwood, Elsewhere, and Black Marsh? Hell yeah, it'd be a great idea. Do I think it's going to happen? Honestly, no. I think we're only going to focus on one, and I know what some of you are thinking, oh, it's next gen, we have all this power. Truth be told, we don't know anything really yet, so it could be more than one. It could be all of Tamriel for all we know, which is highly unlikely in my opinion. But I do think it'd be a good idea to have all 3 of these places fit together into one story where you're taking on the Alderain Dominion. I think that'd be a good idea as well, because, you know, we all hate the Dominion. Come on, the Thalmor suck. It'd be awesome to take them on and finally end their rule, finally end them ruling over certain places, and end their little freaking... They're know-it-alls, you know what I mean? Like, they think they know everything. It's just be good to just kill them. Get that smug face off the look. Just kill them all. Alright, so next we have probably one of my more favorite comments I've read. And just so you guys know, there were a lot of other comments that were really good. I just didn't have enough time to lift all the comments in there. Otherwise, the videos would be way too long, and we don't want that. So this one is by Christian Duer. I believe I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry once again if I'm not. The world should be more immersive. I think that nor all enemies should level with you, but there should be areas in the world that are just too dangerous, more dangerous than others, and there should be more playable and little settlements throughout the world. And the Radiant quests were kind of dull in Skyrim too. That's true, the Radiant quests were kind of dull in Skyrim, and they should be more immersive. Now, the reason I totally agree with this comment is, come on, a lot of us who are heavily into modding our games have all modded these we've all gotten these kind of mods where it makes the game more difficult, because let's face it, Bethesda, they make beautiful, well-polished, great games. They can get a little dull and a little boring at times, and when I say that, I don't mean that the games are bad. They're amazing. I wouldn't be making videos about them if they weren't. What I mean is, the games just aren't that hard sometimes, and it gets to a point where, in Skyrim, after a while, it starts to feel too easy. I've been playing Oblivion recently, and even that feels a little too easy. But damn, the beginning is a lot harder than it is in Skyrim, at least for me. Maybe it's because it's been so long since I've played it. And I do play with a bunch of mods for Skyrim, Fallout 3, and Oblivion that actually level the characters over time and add harder areas. Now, I think this would be a great idea. Not really the harder areas part. I do think that would be cool. I personally would like what he said. He doesn't really think it would make a difference, but the harder levels... I think characters, enemies, and stuff should level up over time, maybe. Not near your level, but, be near you. And it just make the game more interesting and more fun. And there should be more bosses, like bosses around. Like, not huge bosses that, mean anything to the game, but, more difficult and challenging enemies that can actually have a chance of killing you. Where you can't just back up, step, fight, back up, step, sword swing. You know what I mean? Make it harder, make it more immersive. So I really do agree with this, and that's why he was my top comment today. Once again, I want to say sorry for uploading this so late in the week and so late at night tonight on the Saturday. And if I don't upload this on Saturday, it's because it was too late and it was uploaded on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will have another video for you guys soon. We're addressing the Star Wars Battlefront trailer, which I've already uploaded, the 10-second one. I recently saw the full version. Freaking amazing. I'm not going to get too into it. And thumbs up for that Oblivion modded gameplay we have in the background. So thank you guys all. Peace.